Well, good afternoon, fellow bold, not old, as little dog just came in through the door there. And here I am in my office today, hat on, jewelry. What have I got on? Okay, I've got this on, this gorgeous, gorgeous top, doing my little Grecian-y look today. A little bit South American, isn't it, today with the hat and everything? But you can't see all this colour and everything. I have got a bit of colour on. It's a little bit darkish, but I've got a lovely outfit on today underneath this. This is a beautiful, beautiful top. And it's from a New Zealand designer. Now, I wanted to remember that so I could mention it. But anyway, the outfit underneath that I've got on, which is a long dressy type thing, with, can't see, it's got lots of deepish dark colour in it, and pants to match, and that's from Rundholz in Germany, company Rundholz, which I just love. I love a bit off the dish, a bit out there, drop crotch pants, you know. Think I'm training to be a rapper or something. And I've got a bit of jewelry on. Look, bit of nice jewelry on. Got some things to talk about today. A little bit of shameless self-promotion that I'm going to be doing. But here I am, my mate behind me, my leopard. Love leopards. That's my power animal, if you believe in those types of things, which I do. And really, really fabulous. The sun was out. It was absolutely brilliant. It's a little bit overcast right now. It's gotten a little bit cooler. But here I am trying to get myself into the day, because I'm on a whole program thing this week with some people in the US. I'll talk about them after I've done the program, so I won't mention any name dropping or names right now, but it's absolutely fabulous. And I'm on that every day, and it started because it's on the east coast of America and I'm in Australia, and it started this morning about, well, not about, but it started 2 a.m. this morning. So I was on that for a couple of hours, and then I went off to bed to sleep for a little while, and then I was up again because I needed to do a whole bunch of stuff this morning. And it's on again, but it won't be starting at 2 o'clock my time. It starts at midnight. So it's on at midnight every night now for an all-day thing every day in the US. So which means it's on for several hours here. And so that's really, really exciting. As I said, I'm going to tell you all about that, you know, next week. I'm going to tell you about that when I've, you know, finished, you know, doing these things. Lots and lots of things are happening at Bold Not Old. We had our soiree on Sunday night, which was absolutely fabulous. And the next one, I think, is on about the 16th of May. I went in, we're changing some things on our website at the moment. So there's a few things on hold, not finished, still being done, but that'll be up and running. You'll see the date in there, but the clock isn't ticking over yet to sort of tick down to the date. But it's about the 16th of next month. So that's the day before our third edition of our magazine, Empowering Boldness, comes out. And the next issue is going to be absolutely fabulous. You're going to love it. And we're changing the format. We've made it look way more professional than what it was, if that's possible. It was fabulous, but it's more fabulous now. And lots and lots and lots and lots of things happening. I was contacted by a company in the US, and I'm doing a few little bits and pieces with them, and they're going to promote me out to their huge group of people, hundreds of thousands of people. So things are moving at Bold Not Old. Might be not getting ahead of myself, but we might be being featured on a TV thing. Keep that under wraps. That's not happening. I haven't got the final word on that yet, but that's a possibility. And lots of things. On Sunday night, we had people from Russia, Italy, South Africa, here in Australia in different areas, and it was pretty fabulous. I'm encouraging you to come on next time. Here's why, before I get to the topic today, which is nuggets of wisdom. Wow. Nuggets of wisdom. So I've got a couple little nuggets of wisdom I want to share with you. I've got a whole lot actually, but I want to share a couple of them today. But a bit of shameless self-promotion about the soiree. We did set the soiree up originally so that we'd have about 3 months of freebies with it. And then we'd have, we'd want people to join it. But we've changed that around a bit. We're making our soirees forever free. So they'll always be free. You can come on a Sunday night once a month and join the soiree. It's free, and bring your glass of wine with you. I was putting on the Ritz this month. I had a martini in my hand in a beautiful martini glass with gold all on it. It was rather fabulous and special. I had that. Julie, who's a friend now, one of the Bold Not Old people out of the book, and I always do a little bit of shameless self-promotion on Being Bold Not Old, a new generation of role models. This is the book I bought out about 12 months ago. Oh, isn't that absolutely fabulous? Look at that. Isn't that just brilliant? So all these people doing amazing, fabulous things. There's my friend Julie. And look, Being Bold Not Old, a new generation of role models. That's the book. Okay, now, the reason I'm showing you the book is because it's important, because we've now changed it. The soirees are free forever. They'll be free. You don't have to join it. You'll be joining in on it. Join in on the soiree. So that's a little bit different. The terminology is a bit different. We're not saying join it, because you don't need to join now. And in fact, you won't ever have to join the soiree per se. Am I rambling? A little. However, back to making it clear, you don't join the soiree, but you will have the opportunity to become a member and join the Bold Not Old movement. And as part of that, you'll receive a copy, back again, get the book out, a free copy of this beautiful tabletop book, Being Bold Not Old, which will be sent out to you in the mail. And so you'll get a copy of that as part of your membership. And the membership is $187. But it's important, because when you come onto the soiree, if you have a business, you'll be able to chat about what you do. You'll be able to give a little bit of intro into what you do. And then we're going to be creating a whole area in Bold Not Old for people that join Bold Not Old. If they have a business, they'll be in there and they'll be able to sell their products and sell their services, and they'll be able to do all that sort of thing. And we'll do some interviews with you over time. And that's a whole area we're setting up. We're working on that at the moment. Feverishly or furiously, we're working on that. So that's going to come together as well. Thought I'd better say all that up front, because I wanted to tell you some of the things that are coming and some of the things we're doing, which is we're going to have some great specials on. There's so much in there. Okay, down to the topic of today. Today's topic is nuggets of wisdom. So what nuggets of wisdom do I have to impart today? Okay, number one, life's too short, eat dessert first. You know how you go into the restaurant? I don't know about you, sweeties, but when I go to the restaurant, one is I don't any longer look at the right-hand side of the price and try and match up something I quite like that will go with it. I used to do that, did that forever, but I don't do that anymore. I just look at what I want, and that's what I want. The other thing is that I'm a big one. I'm a bit of a picky eater. So I like to I like to have variety. I like lots of little bits and pieces. So my my really big focus is I like to look at the entrees and look at, you know, all the nice, because, you know, they often put all the best things really not into the main menu. They often put them into all those nice little tidbits you get beforehand, and I'd rather have a variety of those than even, you know, a main meal. So I look at all those, and the dessert. I look at the dessert. Life is short, eat dessert first. You know, I think to myself, what does that mean? Well, you know, I've said that for years, but what does it mean? Well, it means this, that enjoy yourself. Do all the things you love. I mean, I know, look, I said on my Instagram live today, and I'm not wanting to swear at you, so, but Elizabeth Gilbert, who wrote Eat, Pray, Love, has a wonderful, wonderful book called Big Magic, and I love it. I haven't got it here. It's probably on the shelf or out on the other bookshelves. I've got hundreds of books because I love reading, and I love books. But anyway, I was just looking around for it, so I didn't mean to turn my back on you. So there's a book called Big Magic, and you know, Elizabeth Gilbert talks about this, and I love this. I love the way she said this, that when you decide to create for your life, to create something you really want to do, don't look at whether it's going to change other people's lives or not. Do what you love. Do what you really, really want to do, and that gives you great joy. And in the giving you great joy, I was just looking at my notes here because I'd written a couple of notes. See over here, I've got my book. I've written a couple of notes to give me a bit of a prompt. All love eventually becomes help. Don't you love that? All love eventually becomes help. So if you love what you do, you love what you do. And even when life becomes a shit sandwich or things happen that are a shit sandwich. You know how you go out there and you're doing something and you're flying along and you're going really well, and then somebody is having a, you know, wants to have a bitch about the world and decides you're it, and then they have a go at you, or they, you know, say horrible things about you, or they, you know, post negative things about you on Facebook. Or I haven't had that yet, but it'll come. And, you know, people do those sorts of things. Well, that's a bit of a shit sandwich for you. But, you know, you've got to then go, in spite of all that, do I really still love what I do? And if the answer is yes, then keep doing it. If the answer is no, then stop. Don't do it. Do something else. Do something you really love. I want you to do what you love. Okay? I want you to do what you love. Do what you love, and the money will follow. I know, you know, I heard that years ago, and I used to think, oh, that's a crock of. Who thought that up? But, you know, it's true. And I've proved that myself. I've proven that. So it's true. And wonderful and spectacular things come to you. So all love eventually becomes help. So go out there and do what you love, and it will help someone. You know, mightn't be the big woohoo that changes the world, but it might. But it will help. It'll help those around you. It'll help you. It'll help your life be better. It'll help you be in a better space and a better frame of mind. It will really, really help you. I promise you, if you do what you love, it'll eventually become help, because those around you will see a very, very happy person, and they'll be happy too. Yeah, I get it. There's always people who won't be happy. You know, there's always people who no matter what you do, they'll never be happy for you. Oh, well, you know, bugger off, who cares? You know, what can you do about that? Nothing. And you're not there to change people's lives. Trust me, you're not. I used to think that was the case, and that's been one of the learning things on my journey, and of more recent times. It's not something that I learned years ago. I've learned it in more recent times. And as this journey of mine has been unfolding and becoming bigger, and, you know, and yeah, looking at my notes again, because there's another point I want to make before I, you know, finish on this call today. So that's one. Life's too short, eat dessert first. You've got something that you want to create and you want to do, have a go at it, do it. All excuses, all the stuff, I've heard it all. I've heard people go, oh yeah, but you don't understand. I've got, you know, I've got this, I've got a, you know, a sick mother, I've got, yeah, all the stuff, all the things. But the bottom line is fear. We fear. I've lived long enough to have done most of these things myself, or have done them all. Fear stops us. Fear stops us from having a go at things. Fear stops us doing things. You know, simple little things like doing something like this, doing a video. I know people who are petrified. They wouldn't even think, they couldn't in their wildest dreams think about doing something like this. Why? Because they're afraid of what people will say, or how they'll look, or whether they're going to get it perfect. And love, I don't get it perfect. In fact, it's perfectly imperfect, and I just love it that way. It's all right. You know, I've made boo-boos. Sometimes I start the camera and wonder if I'm actually on the air, or I haven't done it right, or, oh, who cares? God, it's a first world problem in the scheme of things. Who cares? It doesn't matter. You just have a go at it, and you just get better over time. And I'm sure I'll look back at this in time to come and go, oh, you know, oh, thank goodness I've, you know, progressed. But I might not. I might look back at it and go, perfect, love it, no different now than I was then, and that's fabulous too. So do what you love. I want you to get out there. I want you to have a go at it. I want you to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and I want to see you get on with your life. I want to see you do spectacular things. I want to see you do amazing things. That's number one nugget. Hashtag number one. Hashtag number two is this, and I was looking at my notes here. You know, so many people, and I did this, I'm going to go back to myself. I always use myself as an example. I've done it myself. The thing that kept me from doing some things in life, and initially from doing basically anything, was I was looking for something that nobody else had done. I was looking for something unique and different, and that, you know, I could basically, you know, put my name on it, and it'd be, you know, unique to me. Oh, wow. That's, yeah. Well, if you're doing that, I can tell you now, you're going to be waiting a long time, and you're going to be very, very old, or never do it. That's even worse. So there's this thing about originality versus authenticity. Got it? Originality versus authenticity. So don't worry about being original, because everything has been done before. There's not a person, there's not, you know, Shakespeare, Einstein. There's nobody has done or is doing or has done anything that hasn't been done before. Because we gather information from the universe, we gather it from our life, we gather it from things we hear, we gather it from things we read, we gather it from things that we see. Nothing's original. But what I want to say to you, is it authentic? Is it authentic? Because the thing you have to understand is that no matter what you do, you've got to understand it is authentic, because you haven't done it before. Nobody has seen your version of it. Other people are doing things like what I'm doing, or similar, or the same. I mean, I don't, whatever, but you know, you haven't heard it from me. All the things I'm saying, they've been said before. Hundreds of millions of people have probably said them. Hundreds of thousands of people are probably saying them right now somewhere in the world. But it's not me, love. It's not, it hasn't been said by me. And by me doing it, authentically doing it and saying it as part of my experience and a part of my life, perhaps, that'll be helpful. And it might not. I don't know. But I'm doing it out of love. I'm doing it out of love for what I do. I'm doing it out of love for, I care about people, and I really, really, really like people. I love them. I love people. Oh, warts and all, I love people. I think, God, dude, you wouldn't want to be dead for quids. I mean, it's fabulous to be alive and to be doing things. So, that's my, second nugget of wisdom. It's not been done by you. Don't worry about it being original. Be authentic and do it to the best of your ability and authentically, and do it from your heart. If you're doing it from your heart and you're doing it because you really, really love it, well, then you're being authentic. And that's love. And that eventually, and can't help, it becomes help. Okay? Because I just know some of the things that I hear people say, and something that inadvertently will come across to me from, somebody or something that's been said. And I think, oh God, that was so, I just felt so uplifted. Might have been the simplest little thing. I went out about a week ago and I did an interview with somebody out in about an hour and a half from where I live. And fabulous place. I'm going to be talking about that. And in fact, in Empowering Boldness next month, I'm doing a whole, a whole spread on this particular people and this particular place that I went to. Fabulous, absolutely fabulous. And the woman told me a story about her uncle, and he'd been on TV. I might have mentioned this in the last video I did, but he'd been on TV and he was in his early 80s and he was a very, very wealthy man, and he had a lot of fabulous properties, and he went out and he paid $14 million and he bought another one. And I think it was Lifeline here in Australia had done the program or whatever, and they said to him, the woman on there, the interviewer said to him, you're in your early 80s. Why, why is a bloke, why are you doing this? Well, you don't need the money. Why'd you go out and buy yourself at your age, $14 million property? Apart from the money, I mean, he's got the money, but apart from that, put that sort of things on your plate, that you've all got all that extra work to do. Why are you doing that? Love this. You ready? Third, this is hashtag number 3, nugget of wisdom. He said, I see life like a football match. Like a football match. It's 4 quarters, he said, and I'm in my 4th quarter. And I want to play the 4th quarter as well as I played the first one. I love it. Don't you love it? So think about your life. You might be in the 2nd or the 3rd quarter or the 4th quarter. Wherever you are in that footy match that you're involved in, play it with the same enthusiasm and the same commitment. And no, it mightn't be exactly like that, because, the energies and the whole thing then could be a whole lot different. But if you play it with enthusiasm and commitment and dedication, and you're authentic and you're putting into it the best that you possibly can, well, then your life can't help but be absolutely fabulous. And I want you to live a spectacular life. I want it to be fabulous. Why not? And yes, we all have, and we're all participating at times a shit sandwich, as we call it. And that's okay. That's okay. Because that is life. That's the journey. Come along on the journey with us. Come along on the journey with me. I'm suggesting you join in the journey. Watch my journey, and my journey might inspire you and your journey. And I hope it does. And I hope that what I'm doing with love also eventually helps. Sweeties, have a most fabulous day. Enjoy yourself. Be fantastic. Be amazing. And thank you for joining me, Wallis Pattisonn, on Wednesdays with Wallis. And I'll be back next week to have a chat about something else, whatever it is that comes, whatever I'm inspired by, whatever comes from me, whatever comes up, and it does, I just give that out. And so that's what I'm doing today. Have a great day. Enjoy. Have the most fantastic life. Create an amazing life for yourself. Choose. Thank you. Bye for now.